Hey YouTube, a quality laser level is one of the more expensive tools you can buy, but the brand Huepar is seeking to change that with this budget-friendly option that still offers some premium features, so let's go ahead and check it out today on Tinker with Tools. Years I've tried various laser levels, and I've kind of found that you get what you pay for in terms of just how much you're willing to pay is going to kind of correspond to what sort of features you get. If you go for the $40, $50 laser level at your home goods store, you're probably going to be getting a very simple cross-plane laser. But if you're really trying to get up into the more feature-rich laser, there is going to be a cost associated with it. And previously, that cost was too rich for me to want to pay. But when Huepar reached out to me to try this model, I decided to go ahead and take a chance and see if something in this price range could give me the features I wanted without necessarily breaking the bank. Now, they did send this model to me in exchange for making the video, so please take that into consideration, but I'm still going to give you my honest opinions about it, and I do think that there's a lot to like here. But now this is going to be model W04CG, and it is a 4x360 laser, so basically a 4-plane laser. Now, what that means is you're going to have your typical kind of laser here on the front that shoots vertical. You're going to have another vertical laser over here on this backside, then a laser on the top. Those are your traditional 3-plane lasers. Where this one gets its 4th plane is it does have another laser that comes out at the bottom that is going to be that 4th plane. I don't necessarily think that feature alone, though, is what kind of drew me to this laser as being something that I wanted to go ahead and try. The big features that I think really kind of drew me to it, though, is going to be more the fact that it does have a detachable battery. So I can actually purchase and have charged up a spare battery. So now we're starting to talk about real all-day runtime. I like that even though it's on its own battery system, it is a removable battery and one that I can charge up. The batteries aren't even that expensive. Now the other feature here is this is also going to be on a motorized base. I can actually use an app, the controls on the laser itself, or even this remote to rotate and turn the laser to line it up exactly on the mark that I want to start on. Now, in terms of self-leveling, this is going to self-level within 3 degrees of kind of being level. So you do need to get it kind of close, but I've found that as long as you're close, it will kind of do the rest and make sure it's nice and level. The fact that I can control it with a remote control makes it really nice because now I'm not having to touch the laser and kind of bump those lines around. Now, the claimed accuracy on this is going to be plus or minus a 1/9 of an inch at 33 feet. That's pretty typical with what I've seen from different laser levels as far as the claimed accuracy. It's certainly accurate enough for what I'm going to be doing with it, and I think it'll be accurate for a lot of the different work that you're doing. It'll shoot up to 130 feet, and I think indoors, because this is a green line laser, I think you're going to be able to set this up on your interior projects and have really good visibility. They do have a reflector screen or kind of a target screen, so you can be able to see that at distance if you need to. Now, it is IP54 dust and water resistant, so you do have some ability to kind of have it exposed to job site dust and maybe a little bit of moisture, and it'll still be good. It does come with the LCD's display, so you can see clearly what you're doing. You can turn on and off each one of the lasers independently, and so you can really just fine-tune exactly what you need. Now, the runtime figure that they do claim is going to be with all the different lasers on, so obviously if you turn off one or more of those, you're going to be seeing a little bit of an increase in runtime. But like I said, with the spare battery, I don't necessarily have an issue with the runtime you're going to be getting out of this. Now, included in the case, first off, it's a nice case. It's a hard case. It has a place with a foam insert for all the different accessories. I think that's really nice. The kit does come with one included battery. It also then comes with this nice, robust magnetic mount. So if you have metal framing or anything that you can do metal-wise, you can actually just stick this right to it, and then you can have kind of fine adjustments on getting it up and down centered exactly where you want with this bracket itself. Now, I've been using it on a tripod, and then I've also even just had times where I've taken it out and set it down on the case to kind of just have something for it to set on and get level for some of the different things that I do. Now, when I've used this, I've used it on 3 distinct projects. First, I did hang some cabinets and had to go back and do some trim. And so that is one of the things that I did, was just setting up that vertical straight line to make sure that I was able to get the cabinet exactly where I wanted. And then I took it outside and wanted to do a nice straight line on a beam in the front of my house. This was done in the evening hours when the sun was pretty bright on that side of the house. And I have to say the visibility was not as good as what you're going to deal with interior. I was still able to see the laser. It was still visible in the project I was working on. It wasn't as bright as what you would see when you're inside. Now, the third application that I wanted to use this laser for was to be able to take it over and try and see exactly how much of a difference in height there was between different piers that we were going to be putting a shed build on over at my in-laws house. And I took it over there one night, set it up, and tried to use it. And I gotta say, the amount of light that was out there, I was not able to see anything more than the closest one, even using kind of the high reflector thing. But that's where this laser, in my opinion, kind of has that hidden little trick, because you can go ahead and add on for a decently reasonable price of about $40 to $50 this wireless receiver. And with this, I was able to put the laser into a pulse mode and then actually just kind of move this up and down, and it would tell me when I was able to get level. Using a grade stick that I also purchased, this became a very versatile tool that was able to do the job that would have been very difficult without running a bunch of string lines and using different bubble levels and stuff. This did it in 5 minutes by myself, and that really started to show me the versatility of this product. Now, they sell this laser in 2 different kit forms. First and foremost is what I got, where you're gonna get the hard case and the various accessories that I've shown you on the screen. And then you're also gonna get a single battery, the charger, which is just a USB-C charger, the laser, the bracket, those things. And that is going to be coming in typically in the low $200 range. I'll have the exact pricing on the screen at the time of filming. Now, if you want to get it with the receiver, they do have it for just shy of $300 when you're getting that. That does give you the receiver. Now, you're still not going to get a grade stick for it. They actually do sell a grade stick. It was sold out when I went to go buy it, and so I did end up with a different generic grade stick, but the receiver worked just fine with that as well. Overall, the feature set on this one is pretty incredible. When you start to look at comparable lasers from name brands in the tool world, you're talking about $500, $600, $700 lasers, and even at that price, those don't have the full feature set that what you're talking about here. So if you are someone that is going to use a laser level on every job site every single day, I can see where you might invest in something that has maybe a little more name recognition with it. But what I'll tell you is, if you're like me, where this is going to be an occasional use item, but you still want to have those top end features, so that's where I think that you might surprise yourself with just how much you can get done at a much cheaper price point. And that's where I think Huepar really nailed this one, knocked it out of the park. Overall, I've been really impressed with it, and it's certainly something that's kind of opened up my eyes to what you can get for your money at this price point. That's something that I think is fabulous, and definitely just the overall amount of features that you're getting in this, the fit and finish of it, the replaceable batteries. It is a top-notch product, and one that I'm glad I tried out. Now, if you have any questions about it, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. I'll seek to get those answered. If you like this sort of video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Make sure to turn on notifications so you get notified when I put out a new video. Now, as always, I want to thank Huepar for sending out the laser, and I want to thank you for watching. Until next time, though, I will catch you on Tinker with Tools.